back to Walking in Shadow. It's Jason. I appreciate everyone's patience. I will say that I've started working full time again, so it's been a little bit of a transitional period in order to just get things rolling in a way that they need to roll. But enough of that. Let's talk about boundaries and self respect. Boundaries can be a topic that are uncomfortable for many people, and that's fine. There's always a process. I mean, there's a general feeling, especially in like a spiritual community, that it should be love and light and acceptance and being open to everyone, and that's good in a general sense. But for you in particular, whatever you're dealing with or struggling with, or just whatever you're bossing it through, or whatever you're doing, it's important to erect and maintain boundaries for yourself. And what I mean by boundaries are there are you have comfort levels. Everyone's different, comfortable with different things, different activities, different people, situations, be it social or work or whatever the case. And sometimes it feels as if people are just stepping all over you, or even in a supposedly good way where you're helping people and they just take and take and take and take and take and there's no give back. You just have to put some boundaries down so that it's not to be exclusive or to push anyone out. It's simply to let those who care enough about you to know, and those who don't can just go ahead and know anyway, what you will and will not accept as far as interaction or just within the scope or confines of whatever the situation be it, again, personal relationship, work, whatever. It's pretty universally applied. I've always liked the idea of, I read about it one time, about a tiger, because if you were to come upon a tiger in the jungle or a shark in the ocean, there's no real gray area there. Like if you see a tiger in the zoo or a shark in an aquarium, those fences or the glass between you isn't for the tiger or the shark, it's for you. In the same sense, in the wild, you don't need a sign that says don't come over and bother the tiger, or don't swim towards the shark. You just know not to. And I would say that even if, I mean, nobody's just star-eyed innocent that they have no clue. I mean, there's something inside you just lets you know that you shouldn't mess with it, or you should respect its space, and that's the feeling that you want to have with a boundary. It's certainly not, I'm not promoting any kind of intimidation or meanness, although some who are more accustomed to having everything that they say or do accepted may take offense, but you know, you go back to the four agreements, take nothing personally. So they're going to have to go ahead and check that, right? But it's just important that you set boundaries for yourself and for the people that you deal with, so that they know that you can, while you're still a caring and loving individual, that there are just some some behaviors or actions or activities that are just not going to work. And it's better to let that stuff be known right at the front, be completely transparent and honest, so that there's no miscommunication or hurt feelings down the line. If everybody was just, hey, I don't like for instance, what's a good one? Like for me, I'm not a big fan of alcohol. When I was younger, I drank quite a bit, but of course, I have alcoholism in my family, so I grew up a lot with that around and got sort of accustomed to the smell of it in the air and just on people and coming through sweat and everything else. But as I've gotten older in life, I just, I mean, it's certainly okay if you want to drink, go ahead and drink. I don't care. But, if I tell you, no, I don't really want to drink, I'm not into it, then don't ask me again because you got the answer to the question. Now, in a way, that could seem, whoa, hey, all right. No, it's not, whoa, hey, all right. I just told you. And you wanted to say, well, I'll just ask him anyway, even though I know that. That's you stepping over a boundary. That's you, the line stepper. That isn't the one who drew the line. And some boundaries are not hard and fast. Some boundaries, have some wiggle room, but you have to actually ask and get to know the person to find out about that. You just can't assume. Again, go back to 4 agreements. Assume nothing. That it's okay. So, just respect. Those boundaries are going to give you self-respect. Self-respect is necessary for your survival and for the survival of this race of people that we call human, um, especially as we continue to populate the earth. It's not a finite, or it is a finite place, it's not just infinite amount of space. So as people get closer and closer to each other, they're going to have to learn how to respect one another, wherever they are and however they are. These are basic, or I wouldn't call them inborn, they're just like practiced traits of the warrior. And but as many of the things that a warrior uses, it can be applicable to anyone in any circumstance. You should just respect everyone that you come across because, the golden rule, treat others as you would have them treat you. But you have to have boundaries as well because even if you're respectful to someone else and you are treating them as you would like to be treated, they may not follow that rule. So you're going to have to let them know. I mean, you don't have to be mean about it. You can just let them know. I appreciate your interest or comments, but I'm not going to go that way. And then that's all there is to it. And if you are good at projecting your energy, you may not even have to say anything at all. It may just work out, which is the goal. So, respecting yourself and having boundaries for others then leaves you with a space within yourself where you can then work on your own boundaries inside yourself because, shadow work is a very important aspect of ascension and healing. You have to get in there and do the work. But if you have no boundaries, then you're not going to have any control over yourself. If you have boundaries outwardly and become in practice of applying them and having them honored and honoring others, then you have that, buffer or breathing room in order to then work on your own stuff. So once you're able to do that, you can relax the boundaries inside yourself and just let whatever's inside just exist and happen and not remain compartmentalized or not remain hidden. Just let it be known. Respect is earned across the board. I try to give everyone respect, but I will get it. Like I say, I'm a loving and caring person, but there'll be no, getting one over on me. I'm just not into it. And you shouldn't have the same happen to you either. For you to know yourself and to understand yourself, you must respect yourself. If you want love from others, you must love yourself. If you're full of low energy, negativity, fighting, drama, guess what you're going to get? So I suppose I'm just trying to get across, even though it does sound a little bit like I'm letting you know about me. Well, that's all I can operate from. I don't know how any of you act or what you do or how you conduct yourselves in life. I can only tell you how I do, and then hopefully some of it applies to you. That's the goal. Respect yourself always, or nobody else will. Our next video is going to be about attachments, or non-attachment in particular. It'll be coming out pretty soon, and as I get used to this whole new setup, and I again thank you all for your patience, and we will continue to make videos in a timely fashion, and we wish you a wonderful day. Take it easy.